Hello. Let's start off with a bit of conspiracy music studios, shall we? For those of you that didn't see it, the new video on Angels of Shite. Enjoy.
Back online with a question he's rehearsed. Same one every night, yeah, it just gets worse. If the plane don't nose down, then explain this, bro. Altitude, pitch, nah, they're the same, you know. Attitude, indicator spinning in his head. Gyros lying, gravity's dead. Down is south, south is down. Every compass points to Black Mountain northbound. He treats the world like it's nailed to a board. Local frames of reference completely talk right through the reply. If you answer it once, he'll ask it five. Planes don't dip their nose, so welcome to flat Earth. Ignore the math, ignore the charts, ignore how flying works. Planes don't dip their nose, so welcome to flat Earth. If reality disagrees with me, then reality's the one that's cursed. Three-body problem, mate, that's it. Sun, Earth, Moon, impossible to predict. Never mind the equations, never mind the proof. If it sounds complicated, it must be a spoof. NASA just guessing eclipses by vibes. It's all Sarah cycles and ancient sky tribes. Path of totality, don't ask me how, says Angels of Shite. Case closed for now, the Earth's just a clock. Tick-tock, tick-tock. No idea why, but it sounds a rock solid. Dark sun speeds up south, slows down north. Observe reality, nah, that's just shite. So welcome to flat Earth. Gyroscopes are fake as hell, but flares all know their worth. Planes don't dip their nose. So welcome to flat Earth. If down ain't glued to space itself, then tell me what this argument's worth. Pitch is altitude, altitude's pitch. If they're not the same, then science is a snitch. If the plane stays level, it's facing away unless I rotate the model. Hey, wait, not that way. Treat the Earth flat and stationary. See that approximation proves it obviously. Zoom out too far. Whoa, don't do that, friend. Local looks flat. Argument ends. Dave Weiss nods. Angels tries to please. DITRH, notice me, senpai, please. Repeats the script like a prayer each night, hoping cloud flows down from flat Earth heights. Angels of Shite preaching gospel by field, debunked on screen. Still calls it a win. Planes don't dip their nose. So welcome to flat Earth. Three-body math, too scary made. Let's call it all a curse. Planes don't dip their nose. So welcome to flat Earth. Ask it again, ignore the answer. That's how you prove the verse. The Earth's a clock, the sun is fast forward. Down and south, and common sense aboard it. Ask it again, just one more time. Why don't planes nose
And now, from the mean streets of Essex, England, this is Whatcast.
Very funny. So I love the the begging to Dave. That was but I did say to Conspiracy Music, yeah, follow the link there and go and subscribe to his channel in the chat there. I did say to him that obviously I've just seen a few comments saying the same as me, not fat enough, definitely not. And also we should have had a scene in there with Nathan, with him bent over Nathan's knee, giving his arse a good smack, right? Let me know on this stream today. Cheers, CMS. Let me know on this stream today. I've changed the latency because I've noticed that, because I interact with the chat a lot, sometimes there's about a 10-second delay between me and the chat, and I've tried to make it a bit shorter. So let me know if you have any buffering problems, and I might have to restart the stream, something like that. I don't know. But nice to see everybody. Cheers, Billionaire Jim's in the house. Already got a super chat here from Billionaire. And also had, I'll scroll back for that. I didn't favourite it. Billionaire Jim Daniels says here, does this bus to Main Street in Essex dip its nose for us short folks? Well, it should, shouldn't it? Do buses dip their nose? This is what I want to know. Right. Cheers there, Billionaire. And I've got to scroll back here because I see that there was a new member. Where's it gone? Sorry, whoever joined as a new member, I can't pull your thing up on the... Let me see. Here we go. Chaz joined. Chaz RF5 something. All right, thanks, mate. Joining the channel. Right, so today then, I'm gonna go over a little bit of Jaron's TikTok thing that he did the other day, because there was a bloke on there that I was in utter disbelief at the cockiness of the voice, the cocky twat with his voice to Jaron, acting like and everything he said was not just wrong, entry level flat earth wrong, right? So I'm gonna be looking at that. Also got a little bit of whinging from Twatzoid and gang. Hopefully coming up, and if we have time, I'll jump back onto Dave's TikTok that he did to see if he actually has anybody up that can actually challenge him in any way. Usual rule, super chat target is in place. If we hit the target, it'll be a 2-hour stream. If we don't, hour and a half. Let's crack on then, shall we? So let's have a look here. Hopefully everyone's good. King Jaron. It's Jaron's birthday today, by the way, so go over and give him some love on his channel when next time he's on, get into his comments or whatever. The big 4-6 today for Jaron. And Billionaire Jim gifting 20 memberships. Cheers, Billionaire. So he's Billionaire Jim. My theory, Jim, is that you funded Will Duffy. Like, Will Duffy is not the man that everyone thinks he is. It's Billionaire Jim that actually funds him and organised the whole TFA. So Jaron's obviously had some problems here. I'm going to have to... I've spoke to him since this, and I said to him I'll try and help him figure out how to do this properly. But he's got Good Evening King Jaron on his on his own computer. So Jaron, that is. So let's listen to this thing, because we can't see it because he couldn't figure this out. I told him he can pop in. I'm going to be doing this, and he can pop in. He's free to pop in, but he said it's his birthday. But he says he's not doing that much, so he might pop in. We'll see. If not, I'm supposed to be doing something with him Wednesday. I'm supposed to be doing something with what's his face, Culture Cats on Thursday. All being well. So yeah, that's next week's plans in place. Let's play this and see.
Welcome.
Hey, what's up?
How are you?
Can't stand this guy.
Let's go ahead. What do you got for me?
So, you're no longer a flat earther because you went to Antarctica and you saw or witnessed a 24-hour sun. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's part of it. But I mean, it's mostly because the South is not a lie. The South is what we were taught. So I'd say that's a better reason, because I think it's required, and then maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's people out there that are like, oh, I'm a flat earther who believes that the South is what we're taught. I can't picture that. But I think it's a prerequisite. If you are a flat earther, you cannot believe that the South is what we're taught. So I went down and verified it's exactly what we're taught, and therefore the Earth is a symmetrical sphere.
Oh, by the way, all the members of the channel, there is new emojis there. I've not seen anyone using them yet. There's new emojis for you. There's also a what one, which is why I'm wearing this shirt today.
What?
There's that. There's a Chewy one. There's a you just made the list. There's loads of different ones. You can play with them if you're a member. There you go. There's the what one. Vicious Cycle's seen it. Yeah, so we've added a few of them here now. So there's Angels of Shite from Megan and Vicious. That is a funny one. There's all of them. I'm cold. I think that's all of them, isn't it? Yeah, they're very good. If I see enough of one in particular, I will play the sound clip. There ain't a sound clip for Bellend though. To be fair, I have to get one. But I've got a new sound clip here that I found that I used to use.
Well, then shut up, you dumb fuck.
There you go. Let's get on with this. If you want to use them, become a member of the channel. Or hopefully someone like Billionaire Jim will get you a membership. You never know.
60.
So that's all it took.
What do you mean it's all it took? Again, I mean, you're not hearing me. If you're a flat earther, it means that the South is not what we're taught. It's impossible to be a flat earther if the South is what we're taught. I went down and verified the South is what we're
I've got to do this quickly. Sorry.
It doesn't have lips.
taught. So then you made another statement that makes no sense. Why would I remain being something that can no longer exist? A flat Earth cannot exist.
So where is this 1 degree per 69 miles, 24,901, 3959
This guy.
radius? Where is this 8 inches per mile squared?
Well, what do you mean?
Just
where
because
is it?
you saw a 24-hour sun, it just doesn't make sense to me.
It's not, again, you've now gone back to saying it's because of the 24-hour sun, which is impossible on a flat Earth, but I'm saying the South is not what it is required to be a flat Earther. If you're a flat Earther, the South has to be much different than the North, right? For instance, the South Celestial Pole exists. I saw it in Punta Arenas. The stars go around it the opposite direction. So what's below the South Celestial Pole? The South.
Listen to this. This guy. The arrogance in his voice and his answers, honestly.
South Pole. So if there's a South
It
Pole.
just means it hasn't been figured out, right?
But what if it has been figured out? What I'm saying is that if there's a South Pole, do you realize that that can't exist on the flat Earth? Like people.
Why not?
Because it's exactly like the North, right? So if somebody in Alaska and somebody in California and somebody in Russia.
Oh, you're saying you went from one end of Antarctica to the other.
Well,
How can you have the smug voice like that and be this thick and wrong? These people, I always wonder to myself, I'm not like, oh yes, the government tell the truth about everything. I'm not NASA are amazing. I'm not interested in space even, really. And I do sometimes ask myself, what is my problem with flat earthers? This is my problem with flat earthers. This. People like this that talk down to everybody else whilst being the wrongest they've ever been about anything and not understanding a single thing. It's always been my problem with them. And it is to this day.
I went from Punta Arenas in South America to Union Glacier in Antarctica and saw the sun to my south. So the sun has,
Right. So why couldn't there be an explanation? Like, why would you?
because there
ignore
isn't.
math?
But there's somebody who has come forward and said, here's.
I could speed it up and make him sound like a chipmunk, but I think sometimes we like being annoyed, don't we? Can go with the super chat here, and it's not in the form of abusive song, so that's a first for Kango. The guy's voice is fucking unbearable. I listened to this on King Jerens. What we're calling him now, King Jerens, and I had to stick forks in my legs to get through. I know I was literally so pissed. I wasn't going to cover any of it. Well, I said to Jaren, I'm going to be covering it as long as you ain't got a problem with it. And he's like, yeah, fine. But I just, this is what I really try, like, because I generally do not get triggered by flat earthers. I point and laugh at them. But when you go on TikTok, it's hard not to, because this is the sort of twat that you get. People like this that really do think that they are the smartest person in the world. No one does. Oakley's the best.
Sounds like cognitive dissonance to me, mate.
It's what this model predicts, and it's exactly what I saw. So why would you go against? So the globe Earth predicts correctly everything that we observe. So there's no more question about whether or not it's a globe. And this is why now I feel bad for all these globers for 10 years who have been going, crazy because it is not difficult once you've accepted a few things. And you can go and verify those. So all the things that I teach people now, or I tell people now, don't involve NASA. I don't want to involve NASA. I don't want to involve government. I don't want to involve anything. Just your eyes. The sun tells you.
Mm-hmm.
The sun tells you the shape of the earth. Okay, you just need your eyes and the sun. So, well, let me explain something. Let me give you this one. So, are you live in the north?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you looked west, picture looking west right now, and you're watching the sunset, be it at a beach, be it above mountains, doesn't matter. The sun is going to set from your left hand to your right hand. You're looking west, it's setting left to right. Okay? And if you turned around to watch the sun rise, it would then rise left to right. Okay, makes sense. That's what the flat earth map calls for. That's what we observe. If you, as soon as you cross the equator, it flips. The sun now sets right to left and rises right to left, and that is impossible and will forever be impossible on any flat earth map. I guarantee you, without doubt, there's no question, you will never be able to create a map that has the sun do what we observe, unless you place us on a sphere.
You do realize left to right, right to left, that can be changed simply by turning
Nope,
around.
you weren't.
This is what I mean. You do realize that simply by turning your body, you can make the sunset a different way. No, you can't!
Well, then shut up! You dumb fuck!
Listening to me. Let's
Changing
listen
your
again.
orientation.
Let's listen to Jaren again. I said, you're looking west. And then I said, as the sun is setting, it's setting left to right. And then you made up some nonsense about right and left being different, but that's impossible. I said you're looking west.
I don't think orientation is nonsense.
Okay, you're looking west. How could the sun be going left to right, and then you tell me it could be going right to left? How is that possible?
Or if you're looking west,
Right, you're looking
when
west.
the sun is setting.
Yep, it's setting.
The sun should be in front of you.
It is in front of you, but it's moving left to right. How do people not get this? If you're looking at the sunset, picture a sunset right now. The sun moves diagonally.
What do we think? Do we think... Right, I'm going to ask people to put a one. I'm going to do that lame thing where people say, put a one in the chat. But put a one in the chat if you think he does get it, but he's pretending he doesn't. Or two in the chat if you think he actually doesn't get it. And while you're doing that, I'm going to do a couple of super chats here from Mike Gurney. £5. Did everyone see Roger or Ridger debunk Dubay last night? Roger actually got something right. I didn't say that. I can't watch Roger. He's really boring, but he is on the thing that I'm going to be showing in a minute. And another one here from Mike. Another £5. Cheers, Mike. Nice one. I can guarantee this moron has L&R on his slip-on shoes. He must have. If he puts them on the wrong foot and he just walks like a twat, it's just a perspective. Doesn't mean he is a twat. It means he's a twat. What we got here? How many twos we got? Oh, hang on. Someone's put 3. 2, 2, 2, 2, 3. Cygnus. 2. It can be a bit of both. Yeah, I agree, Megan. 2, 1, 1. 2, 2, 2, 2. I don't know. I kind of forget the question. What did I ask? 1 was he's pretending to not understand it, wasn't it? And 2 was he actually doesn't understand it. Let's do this billionaire super chat before I move on here. And another Kango one here. Billionaire Jim, a new gimmick for ceiling fans. Simply turn around and look at it the other way. The fan auto spins the other way. That is what they believe. That is what they believe. Cheers, billionaire. Bit of Kango here. 10 New Zealand dollars. In the search for renewable energy sources, I wonder if we could use this guy and Oakley as some sort of cunt energy generation. I don't know. This bloke makes Oakley sound bright. He does. And Oakley, that's hard to do. But this bloke, honestly. Oh, here you go, Roger. Roger with a, I don't know, I can't put them ones up, I don't think, when the let's see. Oh, yes, you can. Roger celebrates 3 months of membership. It doesn't have lips.
It doesn't have lips!
It doesn't. That little beaker thing you got there don't have lips either. Let's continue listening to the condescending prick.
doesn't move straight up and down unless you're on the equator, right? So the diagonal movement.
Actually, it travels away from you.
Okay, but is it moving left from your left hand to your right hand or from your right hand to your left?
It's going directly overhead if you're at the equator.
Okay, I said you're in the north, looking west.
Mm-hmm.
Which direction is the sun moving? Left to right or right to left?
At what time of day?
Sunset.
Okay, what hour?
7 p.m.
Is this the winter or summer solstice?
Let me explain this again. The sun does the same thing for people in the north every day, every season, every month. Doesn't matter. It moves left to.
What does it matter what time of year it? This is what I mean. He either doesn't understand or, like, the way Jerem puts it, like, I don't know why I was so slow to the party here and had so much emphasis on the 24-hour sun, or whether there's the sun's direction. How do people like Twatzoid, Southern Hemisphere flat earthers even exist and use the map, even though they pretend they don't anymore? They have, when all they have to do is look up at the sun. That's not going the right way. No, it can't be true. What's wrong with these people? Vicious cycle here on the main streets of Texas. You do realise, hang on, I've got to get it right up here. You do realise.
No, you can fuck off.
Cheers, Vicious. Nice one.
Right in the north. You can go look at any sunset, go pull up any time lapse.
So we don't have seasons?
We do. The sun still moves left to right.
So there's a change, right?
There's a change when you cross the equator. There's no change with the seasons because that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the direction of sunrise and sunset being indicative of the shape of the Earth because there's only one shape that can describe it.
So the ceiling describes the floor.
Okay, man, it's another thing that you've heard that from other flat earthers. Let me just explain how ridiculous you sound. What you've done now is you've claimed that there's certain evidence of something else that we can't use. And there's nowhere else in human history. Nobody has ever tried to say, oh, you can't use that evidence. What do you mean? Can we look at footprints to tell who murdered somebody? Can we look at blood splatter? Can we look at the DNA on a cigarette? Yes, we can look at.
So we've got to say this. We've reached 100 pairs of eyes here. 100 viewers, only 18 likes. Click that thumbs up, please, guys. It'll share it to other people. And I'm still waiting for Monkey Twat or whatever his name is. Something Mad Lion or whatever. This prick, by the way, I've not got the things together. I'll probably end up doing a video on it. Has been challenging me, calling me a coward. You won't debate me in the comment section of an old video that I've done. You need to debate me here, otherwise you're a coward. I'm like, I'll go live 2 or 3 times a week. Just come on the channel. And he's just like, no, I'm not doing that because it's in the middle of the night for me. Well, okay, name another time then, and I'll try and accommodate you if you're watching. But thinking that a debate is typing at each other and then waiting 6 hours for the response. No, that's not a debate. And anyway, I couldn't give a single fuck about debating. I want to point and laugh at you. Please come here so I fucking can. Nice one. Just see another couple of super chats here. Can go 5 New Zealand dollars. This prick's voice is CIA black site level torture shit. Yeah, it fucking is. It is. It's not very often I'm annoyed listening to something, but I was there. So I thought I'd inflict it upon everybody else. Jack Fetter. Hello, Jack. But what's the temperature and who locked the door? Your analogy is full of holes. We didn't even talk about moon phases. Has he spoke about this? I don't even know. I'm probably switching off to this conversation. Yeah, like anybody, I would always say this, right? I see a lot of people here. Like I've seen Jack, I've seen him on some panels. I've seen Spin, if he's still here, on some panels. I see people will actually go and jump around and abuse flat earthers, but they actually go up and have a conversation with them as well. Even Dick Wank, even though he's a prat, right? He at least he jumps on and makes a dick of himself. He's got the balls to do so. But people that pretend that he's literally challenging me to a debate on every single video that I do. I'm going to run. He said to me, I'm going to debunk you and run you off of the internet. I'm going to debunk all of your stuff. And I said, good. Can you just go from video number 1 all the way through? Because it will give the channel a boost. And then he's like, oh, you're just a coward. You won't debate me right here, right now. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? I'm literally live. All you got to do is jump in here right now, and I will bring you up immediately. Because you're going to be watching, and you're going to be in the videos. And also Zesta. He's still floating about as well. Don't know if he's going to come up as well. But anyway, that's my whinging out of the way.
Something to figure out something else. You guys have come along and said, you can't look at the sky to determine the shape of the ground. You are factually incorrect. That is not what evidence is. Evidence says you can look at one thing to determine another. So why would you think that it's okay to just make a new rule that's never been used in human history, that you come forward and say, you can't look at the sky to tell the shape of the ground? Who says who? Says who?
So because the shape of the sky
has nothing to do with the shape of the sky. I didn't say the shape of the sky. I didn't say the shape of the sky.
Therefore, the ground must automatically be spherical or circular.
If there's only one shape that can describe what we see.
Because the sky says it's one thing. The floor has to automatically match the sky. Yes! Yes, it does. So, annoying twat ASMR failure.
You just made the list!
You just made the list. I can't believe people haven't been calling for him to be on the list. If something annoys you on this show, including me, all you got to do is post up those you made the list emojis, or whatever they're called, and I will think, oh, I need to go on the list, even if they're already on the list. Like, in fact, he's annoyed me so much that no one's even asked for him to go on the list, but he's going to go on there again.
You just made the list again!
Just made the list again. And let's do some super chats before we punish ourselves further. Sharon J. Norris, cheers, Sharon. £2 from Sharon. I didn't know you didn't. I did ask you the other day. Where in the UK are you? I don't think you said, or I missed it. I'm just curious. Do chickens have lips? From Hakraman. Hello, Hakraman. No, I don't think they do. But I don't know what I'm going to play this sound for. For a laugh. But I've got to find. There it goes. Do chickens have lips?
It doesn't have lips!
There's a lot of lips in there. Nice.
Then that shape is correct, right? So there's nowhere you can't.
Well,
you can't place.
Hear me out.
Okay, last try because you're 5 minutes up.
Getting tripped up about this.
Go ahead.
There's 8 inches per mile squared, correct? 1 degree per 69 miles. 24,901 circumference with a radius value of 3959, correct?
Okay.
Okay. You have 2 people, all right? You got 3 points, A, B, and C.
Okay.
One person is standing at point A. The other person is standing at point C.
Okay.
There are a total of 2 miles between the 2 people.
Okay.
How can there be 8 inches for the person?
Oh my God! This point. This what he says here. Listen to what he says here. I forgot about this. If you was curious about the level of intellect of this person, listen to the following statement.
Standing at point A, traveling to point B, but also 8 inches for person standing at point C, traveling to point B.
Okay, because you're not taking the reference frame of each person, right? So the way to look at it.
Let me show you. Hold on.
No, the way to look at it.
I need visual aid.
I don't need a visual. I just drew it down. I know what you're saying. You're basically saying that A and C is 2 miles apart, so that A and B are 1 mile apart, and C and B are 1 mile apart. And you're saying that there's 8 inches of drop between A and B. Then how can there be 8 inches of drop from C to B? Correct?
Yeah, mile 2, you're supposed to square the mile, right?
Yes, but you're not listening to what I'm saying. So the fact is that you have to look at each person's personal perspective. They're at the top of the ball, for a lack of a better way to say it. So each person, so from A to B, yes, there's a 8 inches of drop. And then for C, you have to adjust to their point of view. And then they also have 8 inches of drop.
You're talking about something physical.
Correct.
You
Jesus
understand,
Christ.
right?
Yep.
Okay, so how can there be 8 inches of drop in the first mile between A and B,
Okay.
right? And then 32 inches for their second mile. But for this guy, You're saying there's only 8 inches, so where does that 32 go?
What do you mean it's exponential? That's 32 would only be from A to C and
Hang time on the super chat. What do you mean?
C to A.
We're talking about something physical.
Yeah.
Mile 2, from point B to point C, there should be 32 physical inches of curvature.
What do you mean between B
How
and
can
C?
that be
B and C is a
possible?
mile apart.
B and C is a mile apart.
Then why did you say 32 inches? You just made that up.
For this gentleman here at point A, traveling to A to C,
Yes,
he travels a total of 2 miles
correct.
for a total of 40 inches of curvature, correct?
No, 32.
Okay, so you're just
Yeah, squared Jeebus.
disregarding the 8 inches in the first mile, right?
It's 8 inches per mile squared. 8 times 2 times
Right.
2. 8 times 4 is 32.
Right. 32 inches.
Between A and C.
Correct. So for the first mile is 8 inches, right?
Okay,
And then from A to C is 32 inches, right?
right?
Okay. And you're talking about a physical structure. You're talking about the ground, right?
Yes.
And what is the target hit then? I can only see 12.
Okay.
Okay, let me.
Sharon here. Oh, sorry. I was trying to beat the record of what's his fucking name? Who was it? Jim Bob that was on the other one the other week that we was watching that. So this is Sharon J. Norris. For some reason, it's up to me to take that down. But yeah, I've took it down now. I think I sent you a dud super chat last time, so excuse my ineptitude. Oh, Watford. Watford? That's not that far from me. Cheers, Sharon. So, yeah. No, I thought you was talking about the things. I've got 12 out of 15 there. Cheers, Sharon. Thanks for that. Appreciate that. Yeah, I won't be leaving them up. I've got to click the little X. It's weird. I use this thing called eCams, and I love it, but it's a lot of manual stuff that you got to do yourself. So
Another way, maybe this will help you out. So, in 660 feet, okay, which is only an eighth of a mile, there's an 1/8 inch of curve, okay, and that's the same for the entirety of the Earth. So, what you're saying is that, well, how could it be 8 inches per mile squared if you just said it's only an eighth of an inch for 660 feet? Well, yeah, because it's exponential.
oh yeah, 13 because billionaire gifted.
So if you keep moving along with your marker, so say I move the first 660
Is that the final score? 1-1.
feet. Well, the next 660 feet is an 1/8 inch. And then I move that 660 feet. The next 660 feet is an 1/8 of an inch. It never changes. It's the same thing over and over and over again. However, if I start at the first position and then I'm looking at several segments of 660 feet, well, then the curvature is more than that because it's exponential. Right? So you should not expect to see curvature on the Earth.
Love it.
Think about 660 feet. It is 2 football fields end to end. Okay, you know what a football field is? With end zones. Think about standing at one end zone and looking at not
So what are we, 5 points clear now? Sorry, I'm just having a soccer conversation in the middle of this because it's less annoying than this bloke's voice. While I paused it for a second, 133. 33, Freemason. So we got 133 did have anyway. And as people heard me say that and left. Only 44 likes. Give us the thumbs up, please, if you're watching this. Because all you got to do is click the like, not in the chat. Don't want to see no hearts going up. Well, you can if you want, but the actual like on the actual video. Let's do it.
just one football field, but 2 football fields, okay, in length. There's an 1/8 inch of curve. That is a nickel lying down.
Oh, love it.
Do you think that you'll be able to see that? Ever? We couldn't even measure that. We don't even have the tools to measure an 1/8 inch of difference over the course of 660 feet. So
I would agree.
6.
okay, so that's
However-
the curvature of the Earth. Well, so we shouldn't
Sure.
expect to see it.
Where is this 1 degree of curvature?
For fuck's sake. The laughter. You don't know nothing. Everybody in the world but me is clueless.
For 69 miles.
It's every 1 degree, every 69 miles.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Where's it at?
So where have you seen? You're now talking about 1 mile and 2 miles, but now you're talking about 69 miles. So
It's all the same thing.
okay,
1
well,
degree
if it's
for
69
miles.
if it's 69 miles, show me somewhere we can see 69 miles, and then tell me how you expect to see 1 degree of difference. Think about a building
Let's
standing
talk
up.
about-
Think about a building standing up, and it tips 1 degree. How would anybody see that from 69 miles?
Okay. The real question is, why can we...
Okay, I'm going to ask a different question, but I'm not going to concede because I'm a flat earther and therefore a fucking child. Just say, oh yeah, didn't think of that. Anyway, can we talk about something else now because I've just lost that point? Just say that. Why is it a big fucking deal? You look like a prick. Everyone listening knows you sound like a prick. Just say, oh yeah, you've just annihilated me on this point. But instead, it's like, the real question. Yeah. But the real question is, where is the 1 degree?
We see things 60, 70 miles away.
We see too far.
Like, this is what I'm getting at here. Let's take the Chicago skyline.
Okay.
Famous argument within this topic, right?
Right.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, when you
to claim refraction, or...
Well, yes, that's a requirement. It's part of the Earth. We
okay,
can,
so you're saying we can see, you're making the positive claim that we can see the Chicago skyline across the Great Lakes.
correct.
Yes. Why do they think that... Because they're so terrified of making a positive claim. Why is it they always say, so you're making a positive claim, are you, Globey? Yes. That's what normal people do in debates. They make positive claims. If you genuinely believe something, you don't have any fear of making a claim about it. Unless you're a flat earther, because you know any claim you make about it is going to be debunked before your eyes within 3 seconds.
Because of refraction.
Correct.
Okay, Jaron, can you tell me the 2 things that are required in order for refraction to occur?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Jaron, tell me what's required. Why does it matter, you fucking knob? In the life here, $2.99. David of Shite, sad new person, must tell them to act dumb. Yeah, you talk about Weiss. I think I'm not sure that this bloke's controlled by Weiss, but Shite certainly is. Shite wishes he was controlled by Oakley, but he definitely wasn't. But I'm not ruling it out. Oakley doesn't have any pride either.
Well, always light and atmosphere. What do you mean?
Can you be a little more specific?
The 2 things needed for...
Can you be a little bit more specific? Even though it doesn't make any fucking difference to the point. I'm going to pretend I've got you on something if you can't answer it immediately.
Refraction? No, refraction is automatic. It happens because light is traveling through different mediums, or if it's the same medium, well, then every time it hits a denser medium, it's angling down. So you're actually seeing things higher than they are. I could show you an example of that. If you go to Melodome's channel, we had a globe. We put a thumbtack on the back side of the globe. And then from a camera, you can't see it because it's hidden by the curvature of the Earth, hidden by the globe. But when you add a lens, just a plastic lens in between the camera and the globe, you can then see the thumbtack. So that's because we see too far when we look through an atmosphere. And I hate to tell you that you're always going to be looking through an atmosphere. It's required. So refraction is required.
Cheers, Sharon. Smash those emojis now. Welcome to Team Whatcast. It's a bit of a shit name, Team Whatcast, but I didn't really know what else to call it. Because I did it. Well, when I made like the membership tiers, I had no idea anyone would ever actually become a member of this fucking channel. So I just thought, oh, that'd do. I have to change the names now.
Wired on the Earth.
Team Whatcast. Fucking twat.
So, in order for refraction to
Put myself on the list for that one. Matt!
You just made the list!
occur, light must illuminate an object and travel back into the eye of the observer.
That's
You
how-
understand that?
That's how seeing works. Okay.
Yes, but I'm going to take it a step further. The light has to travel.
That's such a good point, Mike. Oh, Mike Gurney. Perfectly made here. £5, Mike Gurney. So now the fuckwit who can't tell left from right thinks he understands refraction. That is spot on. Spot on. Nice one.
Through 2 isotropic mediums at an angle less than or greater than 90 degrees.
Okay.
Going back to the 1 degree per 69 miles, how many miles do you think there are across the Great Lake?
Let me ask you, if you keep talking about this 1 degree per 69 miles, have you tested that?
Of course he hasn't. He hasn't done anything but watch a couple of videos and then spoke with confidence about things he doesn't understand. That's what they all do.
Tested it how? This is your claim, your theory.
No, but you can.
belief.
But yeah, it's the globe theory and it's a globe claim. But I'm telling you, you can test that, and if it determined to be correct, then would you realize that you're wrong? Because you can right now figure out where you're at on the.
By the way, I'm going to leave this running. Once this bloke fucks off, after him is PhD 3. Oh my God. And that is one annoying little bitch.
Earth, and then you can measure where 69 miles north of you is. You have to stay on that line of longitude. Go 69 miles north, and when you do, the North Star will adjust by 1 degree. Well, you can laugh all you want. That's not an answer. That's not a.
No, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be polite.
Oh my God.
So the same thing would.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying not to laugh at what a fucking idiot you are. Even though you went to the fucking south and witnessed everything you're saying, and I've never done fuck all but sit in my bed wanking whilst talking to people on fucking TikTok and getting really excited when I see fucking Weiss with a new video out or Shite talking utter bollocks or Twatzoid crying about the fact that he's had a wank. These people, what right does he? I'm sorry, I'm just trying my hardest to not laugh in your face. Fucking what?
Occur on a flat topographical plane. The further you get away from something, it's going to drop.
Do you think it drops by equal amount each step? That's not how perspective works. Think about you're walking towards a building. The building is going to get larger faster as you get closer to it. It doesn't move. The building doesn't rise a certain amount in your eyesight for every mile that you move closer to it. That's not how things work, but that's how the stars work. Why is that? Because the stars are not a outcome of perspective. They're an outcome of the shape of the Earth that we're on.
So I think we're talking.
Hold on. I think we're going to do that. Shall I read Sharon's super chat out like that twat? £2. This is another repayment payment. Sorry, I don't know what that means. Thank you. I've got no idea what a repayment payment is. But yeah, cheers, Sharon.
Talking about the
Oh, potatoes, you ain't got a wrench. Is that how you ask? God damn it, where's my goddamn wrench? I'll give you a wrench because I've seen you around. Let's just do it. Why not? Who cares? There you go. There you go. Potatoes. Ain't Weiss, is it?
angular resolution and angular size. Do you know how to use the small angle formula?
Well, why did you just change subjects completely? Why are we talking about
we're still on the same subject. We were talking about how objects get bigger.
This is what I always say, Whale. I'm always an arsehole to these people because I really tried not to be for a very long time, and especially when I first started doing TikTok. I'd try and have normal conversations, and some of them I even don't mind that much, but then they're so two-faced that they go, like, you have a decent conversation with them and then you see them later and you appear in they're in a different room. This is my experience with these people. They're being like Fredo, for instance. Some of these people, right? They'll come and have a talk to you, and I think, oh, he's all right. Fredo just thinks the Earth's flat, but generally it's just some Aussie. I get on all right with Aussies generally. And then you go to a room that he's in later on TikTok, and then your name appears, and someone goes, oh, there's that fucking Whatcast, he's a prick. And Fredo's like, yeah, I fucking destroyed him early. And it's like, we left it on good terms. What is your issue? It's like, fuck him. Will I fast forward past this week? Billionaire Jim. I don't know. I might have to start a new super chat target for that one, Jim. 3 more super chats and Matt will fast forward past this week. I don't know. I think secretly, Jim, cheers billionaire, by the way. I think secretly people enjoy being annoyed by flat earthers. I think I do. Like, I think I'm annoyed. I'll turn him off, but I don't turn him off. Like, I carry on listening. And I think most people are like that. It's kind of a bit of a, one of them things.
No, I was telling
shorter and smaller. It's all the same topic.
Okay, well then if it's all the same, then why doesn't the sun change angular size when it's traveling away from you? You just told me earlier it's traveling away from me.
It actually does.
No, it does not. If the sun...
Yeah, three is not an improvement. And after this, the only other things I've got lined up is Twatzoid bitching about how he can't make money on the internet anymore, and his little gang of toothless BJ and the rest of the twats. And what's the other thing? Oh yeah, and potentially Dave's not Professor Dave, Flat Earth Dave's TikTok cowardice, not allowing anyone up. I told Jaren earlier on, I think it was today or yesterday, I told Jaren to disguise himself. Now Flat Earth Dave is doing TikTok lives. Jaren should just get a new account, disguise his voice, be Vicar, and go in and talk to Flat Earth Dave. So we'll see if that works.
Was actually traveling that distance.
I've just told the plan now to the internet. That's stupid of me.
It's away from you. It would have to change by like over half.
So when you say that difference,
the
how
distance.
much is that difference, do you think?
Well, I would just base that on the AE map and say that it's moving quite a distance there. It's moving, 20,000 miles from one point to another. Maybe you're only seeing it for 7,000 or 8,000 miles, but in that distance change, you would see the sun drastically change angular size.
So if you were on a flat topical or graphical plane,
Okay.
Topical, graphical.
how far do you think the sun would have to travel in order for it to meet that artificial horizon?
The artificial horizon. No, there's actually an horizon. It's an apparent horizon because everything's apparent. They do understand this, but they pretend they don't.
Apparent horizon and leave your perspective.
I think it's impossible.
What, for objects to disappear and decrease in angular size?
An item as big as the sun and as
Far
far
away.
as the sun, yes.
Yeah.
As big as the sun. So how big do you
Wait,
think
are
the
you
sun
still-
is on the flat Earth model?
Oh, if you're talking flat Earth, then you're talking about a 32-mile sun, right? 32 miles.
Is that what I'm talking about?
I don't know what.
Is that what I'm talking about? Why don't you make a claim? Why don't you say how high you think the sun is and how big you think the sun is, and then you can't be misquoted on anything, can you? But you won't, because you're a flat earther and you know the minute that you do, it's all over. This is why Flatzoid and etc. are very confused as to why their views have dropped. This is why your views have dropped, because you don't have anything. Your growing memberships of Flat Earth is dwindling, except on TikTok, where all the one brain cell gang hang out. But on YouTube, that is the reason why, and I'll get to that in a minute. So let's just listen to this prick for a bit more.
Model you're going by. If you're going by the AE map,
Because I know Billionaire Jim loves him.
the AE map is basically saying that the sun is 32 miles across and about 3,000 miles high. And if that's the case, then you would have a drastic change in its angular size. So if you have a different number, if you say, Jaren, you're wrong, that it's actually this distance in diameter and it's actually this distance from the Earth, then tell me that. Because I'm only going based off the 3,000 miles high, 32 miles across, in which case the sun is required to change angular size. Now, most people will just come back and say, that's not how the sun works, and we're talking about something different, but you just got done saying that it's all the same. The angular size is the same, angular size is the way it is. So I'm just saying, if that's the case, then you have to answer that question. And this is something that flat earthers do. They have something that answers one thing, but it doesn't work all over, whereas the globe works all over.
Regardless of how big something is, I'm talking about our perspective. We can only see so far.
Yes, but I'm
And
saying,
regardless of how
God damn it, we can only see so far. Well spotted, Bellend. I don't know what this bloke's name was, James, but I don't know what his other name was. But I'm sure I've spoke to him before. He sounds familiar to me. Not sure how long I spoke to him for, but I probably wouldn't have kicked him. He would have more likely rage quit on me. Bellend! Exactly, Steve.
so if the sun is going
high
away from
something
you,
is,
so let me just say this, on
how
the globe
far
Earth,
away it is,
on the globe Earth, the
how
sun is the
large it
same
is.
size for the reason that it's not changing its distance from us. Very little, right? It's basically
Did
93.
you hear what I just said, though?
Did you
Oh,
hear what I
no.
just said?
I was trying to talk. If the sun is 93 million miles away,
No,
then it's
I
never
was
getting
trying to
closer
talk.
or further away from us in
Love
a
it.
perceptible amount. So that's why it stays the same size. On a flat Earth, if it's moving away from you, like you said, then at some point it's close to you.
And yet, somehow, the North Pole and South Pole are frozen. Thank you, Jaren.
That makes no sense. You have to,
93 million miles away and a difference of 6,215 miles from the equator to the either pole.
You don't understand angles of light. You don't understand that the light travels.
Angles of light?
Correct.
Did he just say?
Well, if the
Angles of
if the
shite.
sun's above you, you're getting all that heat directly on you. If the
All right, Billionaire Jim's asking me to set another super chat goal. I don't want to fast forward this bloke, so I might set it out of reach. What do we reckon? I'll just do the same again. Yeah, so the skipping, you do realise, Jim, the skipping is to Free, who is just as annoying, and then to Swatside, and then potentially to Flat Earth Dave and Tron. Right. I think we can agree that whoever we cover is a prick. An annoying prick.
sun's at an angle to you, you're getting that heat spread out. That's easy to figure out. So at the North and South Pole, the sun is never above them. Did you know that?
The heat is spread out.
You can do this yourself, dude. You don't need my help. Listen, I'm trying to help you without needing help from authorities. Go out in your garage and take a globe right now. Shine a flashlight at the globe. Then I want you to take the temperature of the north and then a temperature of the equator. And you tell me why the equator's hotter. It's because the light that you had on it is directly hitting the side of the globe and not hitting the top. It's at an angle.
Okay, so you know what's wrong with that experiment right off the rip.
You know what's wrong with that experiment? Absolutely fuck all. If you think that's wrong, you're a bellend. God, I need that. And also...
It doesn't have lips!
I don't.
Can you tell me the three different...
Yeah, we're getting there, CMS. We're getting there. And also, at the end of the show, we're playing CMS's new, what's the name, tune about Angels of Shite again, for those of you that missed it on the way in.
types of heat?
Yeah, convective, conductive, whatever. That's regardless of the point.
Whatever.
Yeah, because regardless,
You
you didn't change the point.
disregarded that.
All right, I gotta let you go. We have more people waiting, and you've been longer than 5 minutes. It's been
It's
fun.
been fun.
Thank you. Later. Happy New Year. All right, we'll go to the next person. If I can get this.
He's gone! I didn't get any super chats getting rid of him. He's gone. That's not how it's supposed to go. I'm going to pretend he's still there. Yeah, just the 15 super chats now to get rid of this guy. Yeah.
Screen up.
Actually, I think I might be able to achieve him with Free. Free is as much of a bell end. Free comes on. I've spoke to Free. He comes on and says the biggest lie he tells the biggest lie that he's ever told. See if you can spot what it is.
James, that was fun. All right, we got him gone.
By the way, nobody's got any lag in or anything, have they, so far on this?
All right, PhD Free, you're back. Welcome back. I believe.
Hello.
Hey, it's gone.
Wow, that echo's crazy.
I don't know why people keep saying that. Nobody else is hearing it, so I don't know how to.
Do you know how
fix
to
it.
mute yourself? I was
Yeah.
saying maybe if you mute yourself, I won't echo. I don't know.
What about now?
Let me see if it's there. Oh yeah, it doesn't echo now. Yeah.
But you can hear me?
Cool. If you
Yeah, next time I do a stream, I think I'll go even because I can go another one as well. I had normal latency, now I've got low latency, and I can have ultra low. If this one doesn't lag, then I'll go to ultra low next time. I've got a good, pretty fast internet, so it should all be okay.
I'll mute up when you're talking too. You know.
Wait, but you can hear me?
What?
Oh, you gotta mute though. When you're talking, dog.
What?
That's so weird. So right now, to get rid of the echo, I had to turn
Yeah,
off
you're
my.
muted, bro. You gotta unmute.
Oh, I am on mute. I just asked if you could hear me. Okay, now you can hear me.
Yeah,
Okay, so I'll just mute the microphone when you're talking.
sounds good.
Oh, I can't stand Free. Has anyone seen Free? It looks like a mop. He's a scrawny little twat with a big mop of curly hair. If you turned him upside down, you could clean the floor with him. Such a little prick. In fact, whenever I speak to him or hear him, I feel like saying this.
Well, then shut up! You dumb fuck!
So what's up?
Real quick, no, for the real quick, I'm the dude. I'm probably the most honest flat earther dude, but
Did you spot the lie there? Yeah, I'm probably the most honest flat earther. What a load of bollocks! What a load of bollocks.
the sun doesn't change angular size.
So that debunks any flat earth then, doesn't it? Free. I heard him say that because this guy, Free, is such a contrarian that he even now, like he went on to, he was PhD, he calls himself PhD 3 now. Right. But he went on to Flat Earth Dave's first live that he did that I covered last week. And he was arguing with Flat Earth Dave. Flat Earth Dave actually kicked him because he wants to be against everybody. He was talking about the sun not changing angular size, which he's right about, which invalidates everything else he could possibly say. He doesn't want to be a glober because they've all called him a prick forever, but he's starting to realise that Flat Earth is indefensible, so he's now arguing with Flat Earthers. It's just a prick.
I just want to genuinely ask you a most genuine question, dude. How the hell? Matter of fact, can the globe work if space is not real? Yes or no?
Oh, I hate that when he does it. Yes or no? He doesn't want you to say anything but yes or no because he knows what his script is. He did the same shit to me. I just trolled him. I couldn't be bothered to have a serious conversation with him. Mike Gurney, Wankzoid crying he has no audience after Vicky has blocked everyone is hilarious. I don't even know who Vicky is. I'm never ever in Wankzoid's chat. I just wouldn't give him the views, and he's not entertaining. And and the worst thing about Wankzoid is that his equipment for someone that's been doing it as long as he's been doing it is absolutely fucking terrible. I can't listen to him. It's not clear at all. When he's got toothless fucking BJ with one tooth in the back of his face, that sounds clearer than fucking Wankzoid, and it's Wankzoid's channel. He's got problems. Let's play on.
Can the globe work if space is not? Well, what if space isn't what we're taught? You mean? I don't know.
Sure.
You explain to me what you mean by space is not real. Like we look up in the sky, we see space, right? So that part is real.
Could you mute real quick?
Oh, the Vicky treatment. I'm with it. I'm kind of understanding what that is. But again, everybody streams when I'm asleep. I have this ridiculous work hours, so it's difficult. So, and I'm not really one of them people that reads the live how it was when I'm watching later. Just not the point. I can't join in, so I feel a bit left out and sad.
But it's a little weird thing I always hear.
Violated by gas!
Globers and even flat earthers say when you look in the sky, you don't see space, you see illuminations. Space is the deprivation of void of matter and energy, but at the same point, it's at a very negligible scale, but there is energy apparently. So when you claim that you see space because you look in the sky, you see distances between lights. If you're under the predication that there's distances is the mediation of void, then that's my entire argument, right? Like, I don't know if Earth can work, or at least their model can work, because I think it's under the presupposition that space is real. And I'm very heavy on, I admit.
You see how this works, Hackreman? See? Post enough emojis and you'll get the sound.
That the sun doesn't change size. You know what I mean? Like, I measured myself.
Shut up,
on
bitch!
some flat Earth friend, doing wrong measurements. But I just wanted to see, I don't think it's possible to have a gas pressure gradient with gravity.
Okay, so what you're doing is you're trying to debunk the globe, which I get. Okay, but do you have any map for the flat Earth, or you're just void of any explanatory pieces of the flat Earth? There's nothing that the flat Earth can bring to the world. It doesn't have a map. It doesn't have a model. It doesn't have a prediction. It doesn't predict the sunrise or sunset. It doesn't predict the angles of that. It doesn't predict why
But you enjoy the taste of my salty nuts as I teabag you.
I saw the sun south of me in Antarctica. It doesn't predict why the sun goes the wrong direction in Antarctica or in the south. It doesn't predict why the sun sets right to left in the south and left to right in the north. It doesn't predict why there's a south celestial pole with the stars going the opposite direction. It doesn't predict if there's a south pole, which is below the south celestial pole. So I could go on and on and on and on with all the things that the globe Earth nails perfectly and all the things that the flat Earth doesn't nail at all. And then you just want to go back and say, but space is fake, so therefore the globe is fake. I mean, if the globe predicts everything that we see and is what's used by every map maker as far as Google Earth, as far as all these programs, Stellarium, then I don't really get where the idea...
I know what you get for that. I got that covered. I think. Have I still got it? Yes. When you post that emoji that Wow Panties just posted there, you get fox porn.
of this space being fake
That's
is going
foxes
to
having
change the shape of
sex.
the Earth. Here's the thing.
It's-
I'll be on your team. If you want to be on my team and be like, okay, the Earth's a globe. Now let's talk about whether space is real. And let's talk about dark energy and dark matter and whether these planet distances are correct. Hey, I'll join that conversation. The conversation I'm not joining is that the Earth is flat, because it's not. So join that team. At least wake up to the fact that the Earth is a sphere. If you know that the sun doesn't change angular size, if you know I was in Antarctica and
I used to play fox porn on the on the podcast all the time. What it was, I was going to work because I work in the middle of the night most of the time, and there's foxes everywhere, and I could hear foxes having sex everywhere. So I've recorded it on my phone and made it a sound clip because reasons.
the sun south of me. If you know those things, then we have to accept what they mean. They mean that the Earth's a globe. Now, does that mean that the globe is in space? No, there's a lot of other questions that we can then ask. But we need to get to step one. And this is something that they figured out thousands of years ago. So we're smart enough. You're smart enough to figure out the shape of the Earth. You don't need NASA. You don't need teachers, professors, physics books, nothing. Use your eyes and your ability to think.
Can I respond to that?
You can what?
I think that was the bird fox doing that. I think she was overdoing it though to impress the bloke fox because he had a micro penis.
Can I respond to that?
Sure.
My bad.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna mute. Sorry. Muting.
Just real quick, Jared. I watched your live recently with with Witsa. So I think you're still using the same fallacy, bro, right? We could give you the negation that, like, hey, your model explains all the natural phenomena that happen. Between me and you, Jared, if I made up a bunch of pseudo forces, I also can think of a different model. If we make up forces, the reason I brought up space is because you're under the predication.
Hold on, I'm not going to let you just say that.
Big Bang's possible.
I'm not going to let you say that. It's not. It's just not true. You can't just say that you can come up with other forces and make it work. Go ahead and do it. You know what you have to start with? A map.
A map?
Yeah. If you're going to come up with a model that works.
Yeah, come up with something free. If you admit that the sun doesn't change size, then you need to explain how that happens. You can't, so therefore, I've got this to say to you.
No, you can fuck off.
You have to start with a map that works. You just said you skipped the map and went to, I can use pseudo forces. They don't use pseudo forces to make up the shape of the Earth, dude.
Yeah, but you can have a map there. It doesn't prove gravity's real.
You need to have a map. You need to have a map. If you think we live somewhere, you need to be able to map where we live. Why do they not care about this? All right. Oh my God.
It doesn't have lips.
You know what I mean? It doesn't prove that
What is
Big
that?
Bang happened.
Are we talking about the shape of the Earth?
Well, that's my entire point, right? I feel like you're very strong on the sun, which I'm sure I even concede that there's a 24-hour sun.
You concede there's a 24-hour sun. The sun doesn't change angular size, but you still think the Earth is flat. You're a special kind of prick.
But even if I concede the 24-hour sun, Jared, Russia sees 3 suns.
No, they don't. You're just a cunt.
What?
You can Google that. They call it a sun dog.
Yeah, I've seen that before. And if you zoomed into it, do you think that there would be sunspots on each of those suns?
I saw 4 suns the other day, and it wasn't a sun dog, it was a sun fox.
That's my entire point. I was going to ask you.
What's your entire point?
Did you guys use a solar filter?
Of course. Of course. See, this is the problem. I'm not going to talk to TikTok people that haven't done any investigation into what we brought back, and then they still think they have some sort of authority. We, of course, did that. We put a solar filter on the camera, put it on the sun for 24 hours, and showed that the sunspots did not move. We did that.
Why isn't there 24-hour live footage?
What?
I didn't see no 24-hour live footage.
Yeah, when did we say we would do that?
Didn't you guys say you were going to have a 24-hour live footage?
Never. We didn't even know we'd be able to go live.
Gas go down, go boom boom, my friend. What?
So how would we have said we'd have a 24-hour live footage?
You don't need to go live to have the footage.
There's a 24-hour video. There's a 24-hour video on the Final Experiments YouTube channel. Go watch
Without any cuts?
Without any, it's a video, nonstop, 24 hours.
None of it has any cuts.
There's no.
He's trying to say that because it went up in 10 hours at a time or whatever it did, 8-10 hours, that's evidence that it wasn't 24 hours. And he, of course, realizes that YouTube do not allow you to upload videos over 12 hours, is it? Something like that, 10 hours, 12 hours. So, of course, you have to go up. If you want 24, it has to go up in 3 cuts. If they did it as a time lapse, which they also did, they'd complain about that. They can't put it up as 24 hours because YouTube don't allow it. So, therefore, that's their get out of jail card. 3, the most honest flat earther you'll ever find.
No cuts. It's a 24-hour video. Go watch it. And guess what? It matches with all the 360-degree cameras that were around. So you can verify that nothing was changed and there's no edits. If there were, how would we do that and keep the other cameras in sync?
Come on, 140 people watching, 66 likes. If we need one more, I need one more 6. 66! Look how many likes he got, 666! Let's try and get 100 likes. Click that thumbs up, please. Thumbs with an F. Do it.
Well, I'm asking you that. I wasn't there.
Please.
What? No, there's none.
I ain't begging or any of that bollocks. Do it or don't fucking do it. Couldn't really give that much of a fuck, to be honest, but I'd like it, I'd prefer it if you did.
It's perfect.
Okay, because I seen a video. And there was a bunch of cuts on it.
Yeah, there's just you listen to TikTok liars. You listen to people who don't have a clue. Congratulations.
No, I mean, like, I watched one of the videos. His name is Will Duffy.
You just asked me if it existed.
No, not 24 hours, son. I saw a video and it had cuts in it.
Yeah, because you're watching somebody from TikTok who faked it. That's what they do.
Oh, the guy from TikTok faked it. Not you guys.
Right, because there's the real video up on the Final Experiment channel. How many times do I have to say this?
Okay, so besides this, do you have any evidence?
Let's say, look, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try something here. Because I'm going to try this, right? So Cleavage K here says, I'll beg, can everyone smash the like button for me, please? Let's see if Cleavage can get more likes than me. Probs. I don't doubt it.
It's of curvature?
Oh, boy. Yeah, I mean, when I look at the launches from Vandenberg, I'm 188 miles away, and I don't see that craft until 1 minute and 5 seconds after it launched. And it works out perfectly with the globe Earth. That the reason I don't see it for 1 minute and 5 seconds is because it's behind the curvature of the Earth. It's taking off from 32,000 feet below me.
Okay. Can I give you one?
Evidence of curve?
That contradicts that.
Okay.
10 miles.
Someone just unliked it. Unliked it because I said that. Cleavage, you did not have the... They did not get the response I was thinking it would get.
6-foot observer. 60.6 feet. Downward curve.
Okay.
Non-existent. How does that work?
What do you mean it's
St.
non-existent?
Petersburg Beach. St. Petersburg Beach.
Okay.
To Apollo Beach. 12.6 miles.
Mm-hmm.
I see people playing fucking volleyball
Okay,
with a Nikon B500.
Okay, can you show me that?
Yeah, sure. It's on my TikTok, bro. You go up to
Hello, Dan. We'll start over. If you super chat $200, I'll start over for you. But that means you'll have to listen to the most annoying flat earther in the world.
Yeah.
And it ain't free. Free's here. But we've got Twatsoid coming up.
Show them.
Yeah, but I'll find it after. So what's your channel name on TikTok?
You're looking at it, buddy.
What am I looking at? I don't see your...
You're looking at him, buddy. Mophead. That's what he's called. PhD free.
No, I don't see it. I see a little A, a letter A of your logo, but I don't see your name. Let me go to multi-guest. I'll figure it out. Okay, so you're saying you have a video from a beach to another beach where you can see people playing volleyball on the beach.
12.6 miles.
Well, Charles got the ump. You didn't miss much. You're still here.
12.6 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was going to ask you, do you think it's refraction?
Well, it would be refraction if that's what you're seeing, but I think that 12.6 miles isn't a lot. I mean, you're talking about 24. Remember, it's 1 degree for 69 miles. So it's really not that much. That 12 miles is a very short distance. You're looking at basically
104 feet of drop, Jaron.
Okay. Well, that's 104 feet of drop, but did you include viewer height?
Yes.
Oh my God, I've got.
And that's where you get 104 feet?
Here for the chat.
Yeah.
I'm writing this down. So 12.6 miles. What was your viewer height then? 6 feet?
Sure.
Okay. And what was the height of the volleyball players?
I'm assuming 8 feet. No higher than 8.
Okay. Let's see here. We're going to go Metabunk. So now the problem is if you're looking across water, you know that you don't take standard refraction. You have to go a little bit more than that.
Tempting.
But I do think it's
you take into account the pressure,
there it
the atmospheric pressure,
distance in
temperature.
miles, 12.6 miles. Hold on, I'm just figuring this out. 12.6 viewer height in feet. So you said we are, you're at 6 feet height. And let's do that one. So then your refracted
And
hidden
quickly,
is 50
I'm trying to add something for the members here
Okay,
to
so
use
that
as
means
an,
that
as
that's
an
standard
icon.
refraction. But if you're looking over water, it has to be more than that. So what do you
It
like?
has to do with the temperature inversion, the temperature of the water to air and the atmospheric pressure.
So it'd be more than standard. That's what I just said.
No, it's not more than standard.
What do you mean it's not more than
Depends
standard?
depends on the pressure.
Oh, do you ever go to the beach and see things up in the sky?
Do I see things in the sky? No.
All right, right, because the refraction goes one direction. That's why.
No refraction. Well, it depends if it's a mirage. You're
sure,
going to tell me it's a mirage.
sure, but you
right?
weren't. No, you weren't. You said you saw volleyball players. It's hard to see volleyball players if you're looking at a mirage.
Oh, okay, so you made it's not a mirage. So it's not refraction.
What are you talking about? Refraction.
You just said that.
Refraction doesn't have to be a mirage.
Okay, well, so am I actually seeing the volleyball players or not?
Yes, you're seeing the volleyball players.
But it's not a mirage.
No.
But it's real.
Yes, that's how light travels to your eyes. What do you mean?
David,
So where's the curve?
So again, this is all your guys' same problems. Go to Melodome, look at
Yeah,
his
it's
videos
just-
on YouTube,
yeah,
and
it
find
is.
the globe
That's him.
video where we show that you can see further than the edge of the globe with atmosphere.
I mean, I got my map book, but we can run
Davids, if you're in the chat, the emoji you've just sent me is too big apparently to use. It won't let me use it. Don't know why.
it real quick if you want.
Run a what?
I have my Mac book. We can run it.
You have your map book?
My MacBook,
Okay, what about it?
my laptop.
Yeah, so go.
Like if you want to pretend that I'm seeing refraction, not actual.
What do you mean?
volleyball
What do you mean
players.
pretend that you're seeing refraction? Do you realize that refraction is always the case?
It's always the case.
Yes, everything you
Oh.
see is refracted.
Okay.
Okay, so then why?
He knows that he's been told it a million times before because I've been there when he's been told it a million times before. He's pretending that's the first time he's ever heard that.
Are you making it sound like sometimes we would not see refraction
So if that's true, how do you know it's curvature?
because of all the things I
The sun goes around both poles, you prick. Tell me another model that could happen on unless it's a ball.
just told you? That the globe Earth, which is
How do you know it's not refraction?
what
Oh,
is
for
not
fuck's
refraction? The
sake.
globe Earth.
You just said everything you see is refraction.
Correct, it is.
Except the curvature.
I said everything you see is refracted.
Okay, does that include the curvature?
The curvature? Like we already determined that you don't see the curvature.
Walk on a flat earth, Darren.
Oh, God. Oh.
Oh, that's. I mean, this is what these guys have. This is what these guys have. Is they think that that is a win. That when you say that everywhere on the Earth is flat, they're like, "Welcome to flat Earth." Okay, if that's the kindergarten class that we're in, congratulations. I did not know that we can only limit our knowledge to the circle around me. Guys, the Earth is flat below my feet, therefore it's flat. Now, is there a world outside of me? Who cares? Well, welcome to flat Earth. Welcome to flat Earth, guys. Guys, I just measured the ground right below me. Look at this glass of water. If you measure this glass of water, it's flat. Welcome to flat Earth, guys. Welcome to flat Earth. Okay, it's that easy. Is there a world around us? Does the ocean go further than my glass of water? Who cares? Welcome to flat Earth. Congratulations. That's just is very minor leaks. I wanted to see some of these super chats over on YouTube real quick. Just say thank you.
Yep, he's bang on there. That's exactly what they do. That any slight point they think they've got, or no point, they don't even need to have a point. They just shout, "Welcome to Flat Earth," and then clip that bit, laugh, and everyone goes, "Ha! Flat smacked." And you think, about what? I don't even understand what's going on. Right, let's have a quick look at Twatzoid here. I've also got him lined up. Vlad. I've noticed that Vicar and all of those haven't posted anything since before Christmas. But Vlad, I don't know. I've got his page. I haven't got him lined up. I've just got his page because I've not looked there for fucking ages. So I might see. But I've also got the rest of Dave's TikTok there. So let's have a look at Twatzoid first and listen to some of this drivel.
It'll be
Toothless
my pleasure.
BJ at the bottom.
Tartaria.
Hello, Twatzoid, by the way.
To the max.
Make sure you all say hello to Twatzoid. He'll be watching this later.
Oh, man. Well, I just want to wish everybody a healthy, happy New Year, man. I'll tell you.
Cheers. Happy New Year.
I hope I get the same.
Yeah, that's it. I agree, Moment.
Yeah.
Because you know how many people were crying to them that the flat Earth debates were just getting too much and it was Globus moaning about it because they were getting whipped around all the time. They weren't able to rebut anything. It kept on getting to the same circle, joking things, and all their super chats really was to insult flat earthers.
Yeah,
that's all it was.
Yeah, that's all James is there for, I think, personally. That's all the super chats, dude. The whole show was about, let's get to the super chats.
What's wrong with that?
Wesley, I disagree with that. He says my opinion is it wasn't drawing a large audience. While I was debating flat earth things, we were getting sometimes 3,000, 4,000 live viewers.
Yeah, even on Jared's channel, too. You were doing good.
I mean, that's sometimes less than even what David Wood gets when he's live on there. So, yeah, I disagree with that.
Twat says it's such a professional. Listen to his fantastic microphone there. They're moaning, they're complaining. This is what they're actually talking about. I don't know if anyone missed it or whether I started it too late there or whatever. He's got a GoFundMe at the bottom there, I've just noticed. Yeah, be careful about the fox when it twats around, I know. So they're talking about modern day debates. I don't know if they're talking about it yet, but I've seen this clip already. I'll get to that in a second, Kango. And that Hackgerman. Shit, guys. So they're talking about modern day debate doesn't do flat earth debates anymore. Someone's just chatted that and they've put it up on the screen. I'm not going to... Let's see what they say, because I don't know how far they are into this. Their reasons for this is insane.
Yeah, and you know, like it's true though. Like flat Earth debates always drew in a crowd, even if it was anti-flat Earth global watching it, it drew in a crowd.
That's the only reason anybody from TDD comes over here is to get views, because they get more views on streams when they do stuff about flat earthers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Absolutely. Flat Earth stuff. I mean, yes, obviously, flat Earth stuff doesn't get as pushed as much as global stuff and all that.
So here we go. This is the logic of these people. Now read that what's on the screen there. Flat Earth was getting too much attention, so they had to stop it. So they've just said a minute ago, the only reason that the only thing they was interested in on modern day debate was the super chats. They weren't interested in anything else. They're just doing it for the money. Yeah, everyone just does everything for the money. Newsflash, right? Everybody that goes to work ain't doing it because they fucking want to. People that do have side hustles and whatever, they're doing it because they make a bit of money doing it, right? Modern day debates do it because they get super chats and that pays all the bills for everything they're doing. So they go from having a problem with them making super chats, which Roger seems to have a problem with. That's Roger, by the way, I believe, in the corner there. He hates the fact that I get super chats. He's really fucking pissed off that anyone gets super chats because he don't fucking get no super chats, right? So they've gone from saying that they only care about the super chats, they're only in it for the money, to now they're saying that they won't cover Flat Earth because it's too popular, it gets too much attention, and that's why they don't cover it. Well, surely if that was the case, as they're a business and they're all about the super chats, if Flat Earth was the one drawing in all of the people and making them all of the money, then why would they fucking stop doing it? It's because they're controlled by them, isn't it? They control modern day debates, apparently, according to these pricks. And that's their reason. They can't. Nothing ever tallies up with the last thing they said. Never tallies up to the next thing they say ever. That's just the way these people are. It's all them. There's a boogeyman all the time. They do it for the money. They do it for the money. Oh, they're not doing it because it's putting out Flat Earth. It's getting too much attention. Or we could be real and say, when did they do Flat Earth debates? Probably at least once a month, right? Before, with Flat Earth on Modern Day Debate. I'd say it's at least once a month until about last December. Wonder what happened in last December that kind of made this nosedive in a non-Angels of Shite type way. Could it be the 24-hour sun documented in Antarctica and every flat earther with a brain running from the topic? I say with a brain because these bellends still want to debate it. Brains there, Twatzoid, Cry Wanking, Toothless BJ, Clueless Roger, and the other two pricks that I don't even know who they are. This bloke with no teeth in his face is sitting there like he's an authority to talk about anything. The only thing he's an authority on is not going to the dentist. That's literally it. We talk about black holes, look at his mouth. I ain't surprised if there's a solar system knocking around in his living room trying to avoid his face so they don't get sucked into his black hole with no teeth on it. But these are the people that really know what's going on. They only do it for the super chats. They don't do it because they get too many super chats. Make your fucking mind up.
Obviously. But I would get more views if I was doing flat earth stuff every day than I would than what I'm doing.
Yeah, you'd get 4. You'd get more views than you've got teeth. That's for sure.
Than what I'm doing. Yeah. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. I've noticed it when I've done like just a random flat earth thing like that. What was the last thing? The 42 government things where it said flat earth in the government official records and all that. Some government records. Remember, that drew in a lot more people than normal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, Drunk Debunk's not a nice dude, mate. I don't like him.
He don't like you either.
At all.
Notice that last time I debated on Drunk Debunk's show against that cupcake.
Yeah.
With her husband or whatever they're helping. Notice.
What's he saying? Like literally, he's the host. And Toothless prick in the corner sounds clearer than him.
That's how they still haven't got back to me for another debate.
I know.
It doesn't have lips.
Fucking hell. Hang on a minute. I've got to read this one out. I've got 3 here that I haven't done. Kango. What? I'm going to bust. Oh, that's for you. Twatzoid Cry Wanking, I think that is. Cheers, Kango. 5 New Zealand dollars. Hakraman here. $2. Wank juice is measured flat. Welcome to Flat Earth. Wank juice is measured flat. Sometimes a couple of bubbles on top. Don't know. Billionaire Jim never letting anyone down here. Look at Billionaire Jim. $50, Billionaire Jim. This super chat is to annoy Roger and the other Flat Earth lot not to buy Matt beers and wanker juice. Wank juice, not wanker juice, mind you. Call me whatever you want for $50. Cheers, Roger. Not Roger. Fucking apologies there. Cheers, Billionaire. You could never say Roger was a billionaire. He can't even make enough money to we can't even get a job in Antarctica. Cheers, Billionaire Jim. Nice one. Appreciate it. Let's listen to the whinging.
Weird.
They got ripped apart because all they had at the end of the day was nuh-uh. Nuh-uh, I don't believe that. Well, I don't care what you don't believe. The Bible says it. You know what I mean?
What'd you expect from a Calvinist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what you weren't really debating her, you were debating her husband.
I was debating all 3 of them.
But I mean, I've got some Calvinist channels that I use. That those guys like fighting for the faith, they're Calvinists. Messed up church, these are Calvinists, and when I see him doing scriptural stuff, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, you've got to take people individually. Yes, there is a lot of Calvinists that will have some wrong doctrines, 100%. Like we all have, and all these different denominations, or even in non-denominational, there'll be doctrine.
Just stick to the Bible. That's what
that's it. That's all you can do. That's all you can do.
And that's what flat tries to do. They can't rebut it. They don't have a answer.
There's nothing they can rebut it because you can't rebut truth.
Real quick, Ninja KU said, "I want to punch my screen every time that guy shows up." You're not the only one, brother.
That's canal, yeah, man.
Vicky, Law Lodge is still around though, to be honest.
Oh, no.
But I'm unsubscribed from him. I don't pay attention to his nonsense anymore. I think he totally ran away from the flat Earth topic.
Who's he talking? Is there anybody that can translate for Flatside? He's talking like
It doesn't have lips.
He's talking like that. It's a good job that BJ has got lips because he's got something to cover up the black hole.
Because he got so embarrassed when it was, when it was like, look how embarrassed he was when he was when we started talking to him, and he had no answer for anything.
What, like when you didn't have any answer for where is the South Pole? Like that, was it? Twats.
That's right.
You know, he ended up really being like a sore crybaby.
Yeah, he was going to leave. He was going to leave because I said he was she's a feisty fella.
Oh, yeah.
I can easily leave, you know.
Leave.
What was his name again? Is it Aiden? Adrian?
Yes,
Aiden. Aiden from the Law Lodge.
That's it.
I remember calling him out in the super chat the first time I saw him, and didn't he come on after that? No, he didn't come up, did he?
Oh, really? You should come and give me a super chat while you're at it, and I'll answer you here, but only for a super chat.
Yeah,
it's got to be $51 to beat Jim's as well to get an answer.
Debate.
It was the same as that other idiot that made that 8-hour mockumentary against others or whatever. It wasn't really a documentary. No, I want to just bring a truth. You know, I'm coming in with unbiasedness, and then the whole mockumentary is literally just taking things out of context.
And nothing but bias.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, he was called out on it. We actually did a full stream watching it from beginning to end. If it really
that was painful, dude. Don't bring that up.
That was very painful.
That was 6 hours. 8 hours. I can't get back. Sorry. I remember asking him about containment, and he would not answer the question. And Assad went into him hard when he came on in.
Hard? Was it hard? I bet he was. Who are they talking about anyway? Are they talking about Drunk Debunk, or are they talking about somebody else? Does anybody know what they're talking about?
He just and then Joe was like, nothing but crickets. He trimmed that out.
So
cricket is a bit like when Twatzod got asked where the South Pole was. A bit like when he got asked where it was near, which continent it was closest to. A bit like when he got asked any of those questions. A bit like what he got asked for Flat Earth predictions of TFA. Crickets.
Yeah, that's when they filmed that video. Yeah.
Sov went into him so hard, and I've heard this is what Sov sounded like when he was going so hard. Sorry for the fox, Paul. Ballendery! Here we go. They're going to start talking about it. Modern day debate was mostly getting less than 20,000 views on flat earth debates, but others are up to 50 and 100, hence why I said that.
Wesley, remember, MDD hasn't had flat earth now for quite a while. Okay? When flat earth was their thing, it was doing much better than the others. It was even doing better than the atheists versus...
Yes, because the final experiment had not happened yet, Twatzoid. Why can't you see what he does see? He just doesn't want to admit. It was doing well till December. Then it's not done well since. Therefore, they don't do them. They're a business. You're not going to do stuff that when you can make more money doing other stuff. You're not going to do different stuff when... 2 reasons. No flat earthers have got the balls to go on there and debate anymore. And it was doing worse in the views.
Religious debates. And you have to also understand, because of the algorithm based on YouTube,
here we go.
Actually squash the flat earth content.
All of a sudden, since December, they squashed the content.
the views down quite a bit, even if they have a lot of live viewers. I mean, look where I was still doing some of those streams. I had like 500 live viewers at a time, and it still only finished like on 1K views for the whole show. But I had 500 live viewers. How do you do that? How do you have 500 live viewers for 4 hours and you only finish with 1K views?
Well, because you're targeted.
Damn.
That's
YouTube
impossible.
is messing with your
Mhm.
statistics.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
They do that to all of us, especially in this niche.
Without a doubt. I mean, sometimes they'll tell me I've got 3 people watching, then I go at Rumble and 10 people follow us over. Like, how did 10 people follow us over when I just had 3 people in? You know?
Yeah. He can sort of remember when he had double-digit teeth, but he was 5 when he had them. Since, I don't know, like, a good start would be buy a toothbrush, and then the second step is use it. Although it's too late now for BJ because he ain't got any teeth. No point in brushing your gums, is it?
And I mean, I've been showing this quite a few times. My view thing counts don't make sense sometimes. It jumps up and then goes down all of a sudden. Like I lose 300 views literally the next day for some odd reason.
No, because it's just erased.
It's like what?
It's because you suck. You absolutely suck. When Flat Earth was a topic, people would go and watch you to laugh at you, or Flat Earthers that actually believed it would go and watch. But now, you've got nothing. You don't have a map. You don't have any claims. You don't have anything. You just sit there and pretend you do, but don't say what they are. And you talk to wankers like this. Yeah, me. This, that way, them. Right. That is your people. You have 4 people on your panel with a combined total of 6 teeth.
Or I get subscribers. I get like 40 subscribers, and the next day I do 60.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I know. Do you know, even Rumble, it's not like that. I don't see my followers going up or down. If it goes down...
Oh, it's Rumble against you as well then. I thought Rumble was the free speech, but I tried Rumble for a little while, but it just didn't work out for me. Here we go, Jack Feta. Wankzoid is so successful, he has to go fund me to get his car fixed. Exactly. Currently 53% funded after 19 days. He's a grifting little bitch. I don't know how you can ask people to do that. That's your car. Like, your car's broke down. That's your fucking problem. Spend your money that you make online on whatever you want, but don't ask other people to fund your life. Jesus fucking Christ. What's that about? Just do some overtime at your actual job. Because I believe he's got one, hasn't he?
Somebody's unfollowed, that's it.
This toothless prick ain't got one, surely.
I've seen it go down once, that's it. But it stays like that until someone subs and it goes up. And it goes. It doesn't fluctuate up and down, up and down. It's consistent. So YouTube's definitely doing something. No.
The last 2 streams I got 69 views on. But it didn't, and I get 14 likes. I don't get that.
I never look at my likes and that.
Yeah.
You know, but,
fucking hell.
Yeah. It's
Jesus Christ.
They're definitely messing with the numbers. And I never noticed the likes because I don't look at, like, the only time I noticed the likes was Rumble because we got all them.
I don't notice the likes. That's because there's 0 of them. Arnold's just made me feel sick. Cheers. Node. Vicky has all the... I don't know Vicky still. I ain't seen Vicky ever. What am I missing? Vicky has all the teeth in the relationship, but they aren't in her mouth. Use your imagination. I'm imagining like that thing in Stranger Things with the flower face. Like that. But down there. That. That's what I'm thinking.
Bots in from.
Oh yeah, I still got I got one with 1K on one stream that nobody will ever watch.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, speaking of likes, people in chat, could you just hit the phone, hit the likes if you haven't already?
Thanks, Twatzod. He's just told you what to do in this chat. Get me to 100. Twatzod could only dream of such numbers.
Because it does help the show to go, just to let you know.
A friend.
Well, at least show you're interested since you're here.
Mm-hmm. Because it really does help the show to grow.
Yeah. My stream, a friend.
How is this a show? How is this a show? You've got a person mumbling with no mic, two people not saying anything, Roger talking bollocks with no camera on, and a black hole. Please like. What's to like?
Is a friend indeed. Got 264 views, 31 likes. That's what I did for you, Wes.
And Roger, I looked back at last night's stream that you did, and it said I didn't like it when I actually did before you even started.
That doesn't make sense. That's why I got
it ghosted my like.
That's weird. Yeah. Huh.
Dude, so I had to like it again.
It's telling you what you like. Okay, you need to listen to YouTube. You don't like that.
Oh yeah. I can't make this up. I'm not that imaginative.
Why would
I really liked it before you started the stream.
Yeah.
And then
the conspiracies they come out with. Like YouTube don't need to do anything. Ask anybody. Anybody that's on either side of this argument has noticed a drop in figures. You can either try to do entertaining things around it and laugh at people like this, or you can go scientific and really bang the nails in the coffin. Or you can evolve and move on to like what Creaky Blinder's done and stuff like that. They go to other topics and, try and make your way that way. Twatzod really thought that he could go to religion and talk about God and make some money. I'm never talking about flat earth again. Didn't work out, and here he is talking about flat earth every single day, moaning about the views he's getting, because you've got nothing. You have literally nothing.
I go back, I looked it up as you were mentioning it, and yeah.
You live in the South. You observe the sun going the wrong way, and you don't care.
Sure.
4 more likes for the 100. Cheers.
Enough. It said I had not liked it at all.
I don't get it.
They've been caught a bunch of times.
All right, Max. I know.
Doing it to certain channels with the likes. Somebody sat there and watched the live likes and just continuously refreshed the and the likes went down.
And I've had multiple people coming back to me and saying they've just been unsubscribed for no reason.
Yeah.
They just saw one day they just unsubscribed. And they all people subscribed, they got full bell notifications on everything. They don't get any of my notifications. They don't get anything. And this has been from multiple people constantly.
I found something really strange though that happened. Nick, right? Phuket Ward.
Oh no, not him.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he actually did a stream, and guess what? The thumbnail was Perspective Rules. It was yesterday.
Josh Munder, This is Josh Munder. Yeah, it sucks that you're only getting 40 views on Bible study. It's sad. And it's 5 on Spotify. Yeah, it's big.
Okay, can someone check? There should be
things we produce.
Oh God, I don't know if I can. We'll go to Flat Earth Day for the last sort of 20 minutes. So there should be a new emoji to use. Can everybody check to see if it's there? I've just put it up. Flat Earth Dave. There it is. Wank juice. I wonder if that'll be allowed. Let's do it. Nathan, do you think it will be allowed?
No, mate.
Oh, fair enough.
What?
There it is. Let's listen to what Twitter Dave has to say on his TikTok live. We only got 28 minutes into it last time.
I'm a plumber as well, and the body of water is the biggest thing that I have to see that water finds its level in a pipe when it's clogged. It's just.
Do you install sinks?
I do.
So if I love my sink rotating counterclockwise, but I want you to install it in my second house, which is south of the equator, is that a problem?
You know, I
doesn't
have not
have
figured
legs.
out exactly what that is and how it spins the other direction.
It doesn't spin the other direction, by the way. It's just the way the water goes into the bowl.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Can imagine.
And then you go to Australia and everybody's like, we're land down under.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So, what's your best globe proof? I mean, flat Earth proof. Sorry.
It's crazy. It's crazy. What's your best
Take the peg off your nose, you prick.
Sun rays.
Sun
You take
rays?
a light far away, it's gonna blow something up. You look at the freaking what's that called? The lunar eclipse or whatever, or the solar eclipse, and you got a 70-mile the
shadows 70 miles
yeah,
wide.
the shadow from the moon. It's just I never really thought of it, but like even I was a high school dropout.
Violated by gas.
I believe you. I was at high school. You'd brag about that. I dropped out of high school. Did you?
But then I could not
you're smart.
figure out why things just didn't add up. And I was supposed to graduate in 98, so I'm like 45. So most of my life, I've always been like, man, there is something off with this. I was watching rockets in 86, the Challenger go up and then curve. I'm like, why don't they just go straight up? Like it just never made sense why things were.
It's funny because where the flat earthers, they either all dropped out of school or all their teeth dropped out of them. One or the other.
The way they were. And I really believe that, more on a spiritual level now that, this whole chosen thing, like there's only so many people that can actually just see it. And there was something in my heart that I felt was just way off with everything. But ever since about 2 years ago that I started looking into the flat earth movement, it just made sense.
It just made sense. Did it? No, it doesn't. When even the sun doesn't make sense, stop looking at anything else. That has to work first.
Lost my dad last year. His spirit, I was holding him like right over his chest, and his spirit, like when he left, I felt everything. It was the most incredible feeling when he passed away that I wasn't connected. I wasn't in fear of his loss. I was actually inspiring his loss.
That experience only works on a flat Earth, by the way, because on a globe Earth, there is no God.
It was amazing.
There is no God on a globe. God couldn't create. I don't believe in God. Twad, I call him. But God couldn't create a universe. It's too stupid. He has to have something. If he's going to be above you, he has to be able to look down and see everything. He couldn't, because he wouldn't be able to have eyes everywhere looking around the sphere. It's definitely not powerful enough for this. Right.
It's like, plumber, you're having a real awakening of a bunch of
It
things.
was awesome. Now I teach it in class. I'm a trainer, and I teach my guys, like.
I know they've got plenty of time to talk to other flat earthers, but anybody that doesn't agree with them, they get about 5 seconds.
I give them things to talk about and think about. And it's like, look at that plane, that contrail. Do you see it bending? And they're like, no. And like, okay, so how do they fly over the curve if it's not bending at any point in your eyesight? And they're like, huh, okay. Just little things to think about now. So, and I've got the star trails on my screensaver, so everybody sees it at work and they ask, like, wow, that looks like a planetarium picture. No shit.
Awkward fake laughter there. That looks like a planetarium. Even Twat Earth Dave and fucking cunt Tron sat there and straight faced that one.
I made business cards that on one side it says, I have a QR code that goes to my website and it says, Earth is flat, we checked, you didn't. And the other side is just some flat Earth picture with the website. And I just leave them here and there. And last night we went out for a little pre-New Year's dinner with some friends and at valet parking, and the valet parker comes and I give him his money, and I had a card with the money too. So I hand it to him, and as he's walking away, I see him looking at the card, And I look at him, I go, Earth is flat, look into it. And he comes over, he's like, dude, the Earth is flat. I know it's flat. I've been telling everybody. They think I'm crazy. Like, were you reading my
They're right.
mind when you handed this to me? So my point is, everyone's thinking about it.
Dude.
Now. Every smart person is thinking about it.
What, like BJ?
I get a lot of mileage out of these. I wear these tinfoil hats all the time. I got a bunch of them that I bought. People will walk up to me in a grocery store and go, hey, man, I like that hat. I get that hat. It's a conversation starter. We talk I just don't jump right in there and start talking about flat Earth, but I'll say, I'm a flat earther. Really? All of a sudden they want to start.
Yeah, God damn it. I don't jump straight in and start talking about flat Earth. So I just say I'm a flat earther. So you do jump straight in and start talking about flat Earth then, Tron. That's when you say I'm a flat earther, that generally means you've just started a conversation about flat Earth. Oh, God. I need to get back on TikTok and talk to Tron. I'm going to try next week. Maybe me and Jaren will jump back on there again. Hopefully Tron will stop by. God damn it, Jaren! Jaren!
Start talking about it real positive, big time. They're all over it. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Yeah, I've got some.
How do I turn my camera on?
Okay, tab.
How do I turn my camera on? Dave, you press camera on.
Tap on your screen.
Yeah.
You should be able to tap. And
I tap on my screen.
You should be able,
wait. There you go. My camera's on.
All right, there you go.
All right, so why am I not seeing? Oh. Do I have my green screen on? What is going on here?
No, I see your face.
I forgot about Tron
You see my
snotting.
face?
Your icon changed from
Tron snotting again.
whatever meme that you had up there to now it's just a meme of like a picture of you. There you go. Now you're back to your meme.
All right, so I want to look. You should be able to see my table. I'm trying to show my phone.
What?
You got to turn. Well, obviously you don't got your camera on.
I think I have my camera on.
The
camera's on now. Now the camera's on, but I have my green screen. I think
Might be because if I tap my screen.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Dave can't put his camera on. What a bellend in the life. Yeah, you can hear the grift in Angel's dad's voice. It's his dad. Angels is like fries, and Dave's the king potato.
There's a little. When I tap my screen and I want to turn my camera on right now, a little thing comes up and it shows like a camera thing with an X through it with a line. I tap that, and now you can see where my camera's on. See how that happened?
Yeah.
And then I turned it off, and then say, you should be able to have a little thing to turn your camera on.
It's weird here. Hold on, I think I got something. Background, and if I go here, add a background without effect.
There you go. You just had it.
So I did it, but then it just went away. So how do I go back? There you go. All right. So on the app, if you go to the images section, right here, the images button, right? The first
buy my app.
First two images are this one. That's the card.
Dave,
right?
what
Jesus Christ
app is that?
I'll tell you in a second. Earth is flat. We checked you
okay.
didn't. And the second one is why is it so blown out? You can't even see it. Why is my image so blown out? There you go. It's not really.
I never get the angle.
Kind of see it. So those are business cards. You can pop those out and send them over to Vistaprint. Get a bunch of boxes of card really cheap, and it's good. This is called the Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app. It shows you everything. Let me just put an angle here. It shows you how the sun works. It speeds up, goes around. It shows you. If I go to the friend finder, here, check this out. This is cool. These are the flat earthers that are around me. Hold on, let it roll. These are the flat earthers that have. Come on, you got to go.
You've been on my show, our show. I sit high on the panel with Bro Sanchez, and I seen you come by there. And not Bro Sanchez. We actually did a review on you on the Bro Sanchez show when you went on the Killer Pre-show.
Who's this? I recognize this voice, even if this could be Gene Techman. Is this Gene?
That's what it was.
Okay,
and
that was fun.
Yeah, you did a great job on there. Of course, they ridiculed you, but I do want to say we are not really flat earthers. What we are ancient cosmologists. Sounds a lot better, but we are flat earthers in the public eyes.
Now it sounds just as cunty, as far as I'm concerned.
What?
To the guy that was on the phone, he asked something about sunset. I just want to explain to him, we have something as humans. We have something called a vantage point, and I'm sure Dave knows this.
I know, Otto. I said that to Jaren. I believe that even back then, Dave knew, like when Jaren and that were flat earthers and real flat earthers, a lot of them, even Whitsitt, a lot of these people were real flat earthers. I think Dave knew that the earth wasn't flat, but they were useful for him because they could actually debate people and better than Dave, because Dave's a fucking dickhead and loses every debate he's ever had. So he used them, and I think he's still doing that. He's just found this new, the people he's using now are fucking idiots. They're not useful to Dave at all. like everyone was in the past. So Dave just hasn't realised it yet. B will.
There's a quarter on the table test that you can do. Basically, you just kneel down on the table to where you see the top of the table, like a little under the table, and you get a quarter, and you just make the quarter go away like the sun. You'll see the
I think that's Gene Turkman. Sounds like Gene. A sped up version of Gene. He's a dickhead.
sun going halfway all the way up to where it's setting. That's called a vantage point. If you pull out, obviously, a telescope, binoculars, or follow it on an airplane, it's going to pop right back up. The sun isn't setting. It isn't going around. That's what I want to explain to him. But as far as the cosmology, I'm starting to learn the best way to convert globe heads our way is just to explain how our ancestors wasn't primitive. There was a whole world that was hidden. I studied things before the 1600s and 1500s and all that stuff, but I'm starting to learn that this shit really reset it 100 years ago. The whole world was we were on one utopia using
evidence,
free energy. Tesla was a flat earther. That's how he knew about the Tesla coil. That's how he knew how the earth was shaped, as above, so below. He was able to use free energy. That was the whole foundation of the earth. Everything is the foundation of the earth, from the target symbol to the, obviously you guys know that Instagram symbol. Everyone knows. So I just want people.
Oh look, is that Dave showing the sun going up and down off of the horizon? And he also shows a video of it disappearing into a dot. Dave needs to make his mind up which one it does.
To really start using their third eye and just look.
Flat earthers don't care that Dave uses both. They don't question it. Why does he sometimes use this video depending on who he's talking to, and why does he sometimes use the sun setting depending on who he's talking to?
For the symbols, you know what I mean?
Because flat earthers couldn't give a fuck about the truth.
And it'll be right in front of you. That's all I want to say, Dave. And I'm a big fan of you, Dave. I'm shocked that I'm talking. You're like Michael Jackson of this flat earth shit.
Nah, not at all. So this is the quarter.
You're like the Michael Jackson of this flat earth. Is that really a compliment? Would anybody want to be called the Michael Jackson of something? Don't know.
On the table. Now the glober will say, but the lens is below the table. Well, the lens is never below the ocean. True. But this horizon.
Yeah, you're the Jeffrey Epstein of flat earth, in my opinion.
Here, this is thousands of feet above your eye level. This is the atmospheric deck of opacity. Yeah. It merges in the distance with what you think is Earth horizon, and the sun just goes beyond it. It just goes beyond it, just like the quarter goes beyond.
Right, correct. Dave, I converted one tonight when I was at work. He was... And what I did, I showed him the salt flats, and then I showed him the ceiling. We had a mirror, I guess you can call camera up there, basically a half a globe. And I said, that's how the earth would look if it was round. And he got it. Like, he instantly understood, when I explained the salt flats. And then
it's because he's a dickhead like you, obviously. We're one away from 100 likes there.
I showed him that mirror image that was right above us, how we would look.
Cue a room prick to do a down, a thumbs down. Have a thumbs down!
Look on a sphere, he understood. A lot of people just have to see it with their own eyes, man. It's messed up how they did us, brother.
How fun is it when you meet a random person that's a flat earther? It's super fun. So they're all around you all the time, but you don't know it, right?
Say that again?
The flat earthers.
Woohoo! 100 likes. Cheers, guys.
Earthers are all around you all the time, but you just don't know it. Like, everyone's walking around like, I'm a flat earther, but I can't say anything. And you're passing each other all the time. You got to put on the TV.
That's because none of them have looked into it at all, Dave. They don't understand anything, so they think, how can that work? It does sound insane. It does sound weird when you haven't bothered. Look, it sounded weird to me. When someone first said to me, flat earth, I was like, what the fuck? And I looked at it and I thought, oh, what a load of bollocks. Then I looked at it more and I thought, could it be true? Because I didn't know anything about anything, right? And then I started to learn about it and I thought, that's utterly ridiculous. What the fuck is the matter with these people? Oh, well, because someone's requesting a chewy sound effect here. So you got to do it, right? If people are members, got to give them what they want. And
you got to hand out the card. You got to do something. And people are like, oh my God, I've been looking into that. Oh my God, I was listening to a TikTok. Oh my God, and they're all over the place.
Right.
So,
and then you hit them with the kindergarten and you let them talk. You don't overshadow them with all the information, because that's when it gets overbearing. You got to think they're still in a simulation. They're asleep. You know what I mean? Yep. And their light is dim. So you're trying to wake them up with some information that they've been regurgitating since they were kids. And you're touching their ego. Right. You're touching their ego.
Willie,
yes, sir.
Any final thoughts? I want to bring up some other people, but I just want to
go ahead. I just want to tell people just to study the center of the earth, how they said Santa Claus is really meant center. Mary was Maru, Santa Maria, and all that stuff. And just know that everything comes from the center. Electric magnetism, everything points north. There you go.
Yep. All right, man. Peace. Have a great day. Thanks for coming up.
Yes, sir.
See ya. All right, next we have...
What happened to Angels? He must have had to go do something real quick.
Maybe. It's late there. We're going to bring up Kira James.
Possible.
Then I'll go to BTA after.
Possible troll.
Kira's possible troll?
We got to wait and see. There's several of them.
Yeah, I'm guessing Joel. Kira, what's your best globe proof? I don't even think I have to ask you for a flat Earth proof.
No, my best globe proof would be the flights in the southern hemisphere would be longer if it was on a flat Earth.
Is that the best one you have? That's one you want to go with?
We can go with that one.
Okay. Well, do you know what a jet stream is?
Sure thing.
A jet stream is it's just the flow of air. So you would agree that a plane flying in a jet stream is going to go faster than a plane flying not in a jet stream, right?
That could be the case.
Yeah. So like when you're walking in an airport down a really long hallway, and the person that's walking right next to you at the same speed steps onto the moving sidewalk, they're going to move much faster than you, and they're going to get to the end of the hallway before you, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So let me if I can remember how to turn on my screen again. Got to remember this every time. All right. So I go here. I go background. And I say, no, how do I get my fucking camera on? Oh, let me try that again. Camera. Then I go background.
I'm sorry. I did get 100. Cheers, everybody. Thanks, Sharon. I'm sorry. Nobody's going to out-cunt me on my chat. Nobody's going to out-cunt me. Sorry about that.
Is my camera
on? Not yet.
Hold on, I'll try it one more time.
If I could chime in while you're doing it.
Go.
Flight paths do not prove the shape of anything.
Yes.
They disprove your model, though.
No, they don't.
No,
Flight paths don't prove. They don't. Matter of fact,
Yes, they do.
flying as a whole destroys the entire heliocentric hypothesis.
How is that?
Because it's literally impossible for a pilot to get their aircraft and fly level while flying around a ball. Yet they all claim they fly straight and level. When they ascend from their airport, they ascend into the sky at a certain, say, 35,000 feet. Then they have to then level out.
Fucking hell, look at Dave there. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Dave looks about... You know when Dave interviewed that fossil in the... When Dave interviewed that fossil in the... That said that she learnt that the Earth was flat when she was a kid. I think she was younger than Dave. Look at Dave there. His face looks like the surface of the moon. Is he his own light? That's what I want to know.
They know their level by the instrument panel, and they'll fly that way. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm still.
And they'll fly that way for several hours at a time. Okay. They're taught to fly straight and level when they're in flight school. That is an absolute flight term. So they can't fly around continuously flying around a sphere with a constant drop from a tangent of 8 inches per mile squared and stay level. It's simple. I talk to pilots just about every time I do a live. They have no answer.
All right, I just figured out how to do it.
All right, well, aircraft
hold on.
relative to gravity using gyroscopes and
Gravity,
accelerometers. Not by eyeballing the horizon or trusting pilots.
Brother, Carrot, gravity, if you invoke gravity, which I know you don't understand how flight mechanics work, but if you invoke gravity, I'm going to destroy you in one...
You don't understand how flight dynamics work, like somehow Tron does. Tron does.
1 minute. If you say gravity is forcing an aircraft to follow the curvature of the Earth, okay, then why does it not show up in the attitude indicator, which tells the pilot that what the orientation is of their aircraft at all times? They would constantly show a drop on the attitude indicator if gravity or an outside force is forcing the aircraft to follow the curve of the Earth. We know this doesn't happen because every pilot says it doesn't happen. So
let's get back to his original. Yeah, no worries. No, keep it going. So we got New Zealand here. We got Australia, where Angel is over here. We got Argentina here. What would be the fastest flight route on your globe to get from New Zealand to Argentina? And I'll give you a hint. The red line is showing it.
Okay.
So that is the FlightAware says that is the fastest route. Now, we're not breaking any treaties. We're not going over Antarctica. There are other places out here, Easter Island, somewhere out here. There's places where it could land. It's not that far of a stretch. Planes fly over the ocean much farther than that. That is the fastest route. So that would prove the globe. But unfortunately, that's not the route it takes. It goes from New Zealand across the equator. Now, why would you cross the equator to go from a southern location to another southern location? Because in the north, any northern location to another northern location...
Why is he telling this lie again?
Never, ever crosses the equator, nor should it, and it never does. But it goes all the way up, San Francisco, across the United States to Houston, Texas, and then all the way back down to Argentina. Now,
is that what it does?
Now, that is insane. But if we look at it on a flat Earth map, it's a straight line. So I'll come out and retract.
Yeah, why don't you look at Sydney to Santiago and then New York to Tokyo, is it? Why don't you look at those on a flat Earth map and explain why they take the same amount of time?
And go your original statement. Flight routes prove the Earth is flat. They don't work on your...
I can't but say, and people tell me he really believes this. Bullshit. I debunked him on that, but I didn't know anything. When I spoke to this prick, he tried to bring this up with me, and I had him in a fucking stuttering mess because I'd actually looked at it, and I didn't know fuck all about this topic, and he's still doing it now. Unbelievable.
Spinning wobbly space ball for a million reasons.
If I could add, there's a good book you might want to get a hold of. You can get it in PDF version. It's called 16 Emergency Landings That Prove the Earth is Flat.
Yep, it's out there. You can get the PDF for free online, or you can buy it on Lulu.com. There's a link in the app.
Yeah, and then you can debunk every single fucking one of them.
In the book section for it, if you're looking for it.
And I have the book, because anybody wants to know. Every book I recommend, I own.
Kira, so listen.
Good book. I know. It's a good book. It's fucking shit.
We're all here to learn. You came here and said your best proof was flight routes. Do you still think that's your best proof?
Yeah, because you have a core error in your claim. You're confusing a straight line on a map projection with the shortest path in reality. A line looking straight on a flat mat doesn't necessarily not mean it's the shortest path.
I'm looking at your globe map, and FlightAware says it's the shortest distance. FlightAware says
Dave's trying to pretend that in one route that flies up across the equator, up around San Francisco, whatever he just said, and then across and then down without stopping. That's what he's trying to pretend.
Kara, bring proof. Show your proof. You're talking smack off a screen. You're reading your talking point.
Yeah, and your talking point is incorrect, because FlightAware says that's the shortest route across the Southern Ocean. Like if you had take a basketball, draw. Hold on a second, Kara. I'm going to mute you. You're on a ball. You get a basketball and draw an equator around it, and then put a whole bunch of red dots on the top half and a whole bunch of blue dots on the bottom half. Now draw.
There is a reason why Dave will not let anyone come up that knows anything, because they would destroy this argument. This is entry-level flat Earth nonsense that anybody that's done any kind of research into the topic could easily just say, really, let's take a look at that. He's got the suspicion that this person can't do that, so he's running with it. And he's, of course, got his little cheerleader bitch, Tron, who's got one brain cell, agreeing with him.
Any line that you want, but what is the shortest line between any two red dots? None of them will cross the equator, and the same is with the blue dots. But all flights in the north going to northern locations never, ever cross the equator. But there's plenty of deep southern flights that do. Which model does that match? You can unmute. You're unmuted.
And it doesn't necessarily mean flat Earth.
Oh, God. They'll talk to this bloke for ages because he doesn't know what to say. Why do you think they're going up there, Dave? Are they continuing their flight and just going back the other way? Is that what they're doing, or are they stopping?
No, I didn't ask you that. I asked you which the flight routes, since none of the northern flights cross the equator to get to another northern airport.
It matches.
Hold on, I was talking. Many of the southern flights do cross.
Where's all of the land masses, Dave?
Which model does that match? I'm not saying it's proof of anything. Which model does it match? Be honest.
Globe Earth.
Okay, we'll bring up.
Which?
Delusional. Just let him go. They don't want to hear the truth. You showed it to him.
Doesn't want to hear the truth.
Listen, I could say that things match the globe model that don't prove the globe, but they'll match the globe model.
Of course.
Okay, I could be intellectually honest.
No, you can't. And why's Tron laughing at that?
Well, he didn't want to. He didn't. You showed him exactly what the positive claims that we're being told, and then you showed him clearly that it doesn't work.
And then when he said that we're looking at a flat map, no, I was looking at a globe map.
Right.
I was showing you on the friggin' globe map.
So once again, flight paths don't prove the shape.
Right.
It's silly.
I just invited a BPA, but it didn't show up, so I'm going to go to the next person. Ron Tora. Ron Tora, are you a globe Earth believer or a flat Earth believer?
I definitely know the Earth is stationary and not moving. And
there you go.
Oh, they're going to talk to him for 6 hours then. Right, I'm going to leave it there. I've done over 2 hours there. Super chat goal was an hour and a half, and then add an extra half hour like it always is. So I'm going to play us out with CSM's new one. Then dip your nose if you're Angels of Shite. Thanks for all of your support. What a great stream. Thanks to Billionaire Jim and everyone else that's been giving loads of super chats today. I appreciate all of you. It's really, really, really helpful. I'm going to play this out now with this, and I'm going to be back. I don't know what day. I'm likely to be back Wednesday, potentially with Jaren. I'm likely to be back Thursday, potentially with Culture Cats. Sundays I'll always be here, but the rest of the days is wishy-washy. My thumbnail was clickbait. It wasn't. What are you talking about? It was Jaren versus that dickhead. I did the first hour and 10 minutes of that. What on earth are you talking about? Anyway, see you all later. I'm going to play us out with this. See you later.
Chinese rehearse, same one every night. Yeah, it just gets worse. If the plane don't nose down, then explain this, bro. Altitude, pitch, nah, they're the same, you know. Attitude, indicator spinning in his head. Gyros lying, gravity's dead. Down is south, south is down. Every compass points to Black Mountain northbound. He treats the world like it's nailed to a board. Local frames of reference completely ignored. Ask the question, talk right through the reply. If you answer it once, he'll ask it five. Planes don't dip their nose, so welcome to flat Earth. Ignore the math, ignore the charts, ignore how flying works. Planes don't dip their nose, so welcome to flat Earth. If reality disagrees with me, then reality's the one that's cursed. Three-body problem, mate, that's it. Sun, Earth, Moon, impossible to predict. Never mind the equations, never mind the proof. If it sounds complicated, it must be a spoof. NASA just guessing eclipses by vibes. It's all Sarah cycles and ancient sky tribes. Path of totality, don't ask me how, says angels of shite. Case closed for now, the Earth's just a clock. Tick tock, tick tock. No idea why, but it sounds a rock solid. Dark sun speeds up south, slows down north. Observe reality, nah, that's just shite. So welcome to flat Earth. Gyroscopes are fake as hell, but flares all know their worth. Planes don't dip their nose. So welcome to flat Earth. If down ain't glued to space itself, then tell me what this argument's worth. Pitch is altitude, altitude's pitch. If they're not the same, then science is a snitch. If the plane stays level, it's facing away unless I rotate the model. Hey, wait, not that way. Treat the Earth flat and stationary. See that approximation proves it obviously. Zoom out too far. Whoa, don't do that, friend. Local looks flat, argument ends. Dave waste nods, Angels tries to please. DITRH, notice me, senpai, please. Repeats the script like a prayer each night, hoping cloud flows down from flat Earth heights. Angels of shite preaching gospel by field, debunked on screen.